In this video, I will be taking a look at the $500 self-cleaning litter box by Autopets after having it for almost 2 years. We will first quickly go over the different features of the Litter Robot 3 Connect, then we will be taking a look at any issues I may have run into within the last 2 years. After, I'll cover what I like about the Litter Robot, and finally, I'll be going over a few tips and tricks I've learned for getting the most out of your Litter Robot. If you are considering picking up a Litter Robot 3 or its Connect version, make sure to check out the link in the description below to save $25 off your purchase. Hello and welcome to another video with the Bearded Tech Guy. If you're new to my channel and like interesting gadgets or smart home technology that help make your life easier, consider subscribing to the channel for new content. I've been using my Litter Robot 3 Connect for a little over 2 years now, and my initial thoughts of the Litter Robot were very positive, and even after 1 month of use, I still felt the same way about it. But now, after 2 years of use, I have a different opinion on the Litter Robot 3 than when I first got it. But first, let's quickly go over what the Litter Robot 3 is and how it works. The Litter Robot 3 is a self-emptying robot litter box that will automatically cycle after your cat uses it. You're able to set how long the Litter Robot will wait to cycle after your cat is done doing its business, with a 3, 7, or 15-minute wait timer. This allows for it to be able to clear out the waste quickly if you want the smell to go away as soon as possible, or wait a bit longer to make sure the litter clumps are formed properly. The Litter Robot works by rotating on its base and sifting out clean litter from the used litter and then emptying the used litter and waste into a bag below. It then rotates back, putting the clean litter back and providing a clean litter box every time your cat goes to use it. The Litter Robot 3 will continue to do this until it's full, which will then alert you so you know you have to empty it out and put a new bag in. There is a built-in sensor, so that way if your cat goes into the Litter Robot while it is cycling, it will stop and wait for your cat to exit it before continuing to cycle. Because of the way the Litter Robot works, you should see a decrease in litter use on top of the advantage of not having to scoop your litter box ever again. The Litter Robot has a built-in automatic blue nightlight that can help older cats or cats with eyesight problems see at night. It also has a sleep mode that can be set that will stop the Litter Robot from cycling for an 8-hour period, which is great if you are planning on having the litter box near where you sleep and don't want to be interrupted by the sound of it cycling. There is also the Connect version that includes built-in Wi-Fi. This allows for you to change all of the previous mentioned features and settings, as well as get notified when your Litter Robot is full or had an issue with cycling. A big added bonus for the Connect version is that you will have a historical view of how often your cat uses the litter box. So you're able to see if there is an increase or decrease in how much they are using the litter box to help discover any possible issues that require them to be seen by the vet. The Litter Robot comes with an 18-month warranty, which can be extended up to 3 years and does have a 90-day return policy. Just keep in mind you do have to pay for the shipping to send it back. Let's now go over the issues I've had since owning the Litter Robot 3 Connect and what I was able to do to either solve the problem or at least better deal with it. The first issue I had, which also required me to contact support, was that the Litter Robot would often disconnect from my wireless network and require a reboot. After a little bit of troubleshooting, it was determined that the best course of action was for a new base to be shipped out to me. It arrived in a reasonable amount of time and I was able to replace the base easily. Replacing the base did actually fix my issue, and it's been a bit over a year since that happened, and the issue has not returned. Overall, dealing with support was not annoying, and they were quick to respond and get to a resolution, which I appreciated. I would not be concerned that I would not get a resolution to any of my problems if I ever had to contact support again. The next issue I've experienced with the Litter Robot is the inside getting pretty dirty and requiring a deep clean more often than I was expecting to have to do. Cleaning the Litter Robot 3 isn't very difficult to do, but because of its size, it does take a little bit of effort compared to a normal litter box. If you'd like to see what cleaning the Litter Robot 3 entails, you can find a link for my video going over how to deep clean it in the description below. To try to deal with the mess issue, I tried out several different litters to see if they would help. I did end up finding one that is better, but still causes the side to get messy, so I'm looking to do some more testing, and if you have any suggestions on a litter to try out, I would love to know in the comments. I also picked up the Litter Robot wipes from Autopets, and I've been using them to clean the inside of the box every 2 to 3 weeks, and that has really helped things out as well. I just need one wipe because of how thick they are, and it's able to clean the whole inside without even emptying the litter. I also discovered that for my cat, making sure the litter is topped off really helps keep the clumps from sticking to the liner, which also helps reduce the mess. So while it's not a perfect solution, it definitely helps. I personally don't see this as a deal breaker, as it's still a lot better than having to clean a litter box multiple times a day, but it is something you should be aware of. One annoyance I have is with the waste bin. With the way it's set up, litter will collect in the middle without filling the whole bin, so the Litter Robot indicates it's full before actually being full. This requires me to open the waste bin and shake it around to allow for it to continue cycling before the bag is really full. I end up doing this 1 or 2 times, and it does help extend the use of the waste bags, but it is annoying to have to do. I'm not sure what the best way to fix this problem would be, but it is an annoyance. There is one thing I would like to see improved on, and that is with the steps that came in the bundle I purchased. They work great for my cat, but I think if the stairs were more textured or just had additional litter catching mats, they would be even more beneficial. Instead, I have a giant litter catching mat under the steps, which could be unnecessary if the steps did a better job of catching litter than what they already catch. That's really about it for any issues that I've had with the Litter Robot so far. So let's now go over what I really like about the Litter Robot 3 Connect. First off is that I really don't have to scoop the litter box anymore. I leave it alone and I know that my cat will always have a clean litter box when she goes to use it. Emptying the waste bin every week and a half to 2 weeks is a lot less annoying than having to scoop a litter box multiple times a day. And with my work schedule, it's one less thing I have to worry about, which is a big help. It's also handy to have when going on vacation, as I don't have to ask anyone to clean a litter box when they come over to play with the cat. And with having Autopet's robot feeder, my cat has pretty much all of her basic needs met if I'm away for an extended period of time. Now all I need is a robot cat scratcher and my cat won't even need me anymore. Another thing I like about the litter robot is its ability to keep the smell in. I have a sensitive nose and I personally don't like the smell of a dirty litter box, but with the litter robot I can't even smell it. This is because of its carbon filter that gets changed out periodically. I find that so far I've been able to get about 6 months before having to change it, and I just gauge it based on when I can start smelling the litter box. Once that happens, I know it's time to change out the filter. Your mileage may vary, and it will depend on your cat and their bathroom habits. The third thing I really like about the litter robot is the ramp that came in the bundle I purchased. My cat is starting to get older, so not having to jump in or out of the litter box has been helpful to her. It would be nice if it was a bit higher up, but it definitely is a good thing to have. A secondary function of the ramp is that it will catch some of the litter your cat may track. Litter will get caught in the top mat section and additional litter will end up falling on the stairs. As I said before, it doesn't catch all of the tracked litter, so you may still need some kind of litter mat under it, depending on if you're having litter tracking issues. Something I really do appreciate about the Litter Robot is how well my experience with their support was. Not only did they respond quickly, but they didn't waste my time going through troubleshooting steps that probably wouldn't have fixed my issue. Getting my replacement part was easy, and they even offered to have the return part picked up from my house instead of having me drop it off. Overall, the experience was as close to enjoyable as you can get when dealing with an issue, which I cannot say the same for a lot of other companies. So far, everything I've gone over as far as what I like about the Litter Robot 3 apply to both the Connect and non-Connect version. But there is one feature that is specific to the Connect version, and that is of course having the app for the Litter Robot. With the app, I'm able to get notifications when it cycles so I can know that it is still working, along with notifications for when it's full or when it runs into a problem. The app also lets me change all of the settings on the Litter Robot 3 Connect without having to be near it. This includes the ability to remotely turn the litter robot off and on. The app also provides the ability to look at historical data for when your cat goes to the bathroom. Because if your cat starts having irregularities in their bathroom habits, then it's important to get them to the vet right away. Without having the ability to see how often they go, you may very well miss that your cat started using the litter box an excessive amount of times in a day. Let's now go over a few tips and tricks I've learned over the last 2 years when using my automatic litter box. First up is that you're able to use any 13-gallon trash bag for your waste bin. It does not have to be the ones from Autopets. I personally like the bags from Autopets and have been using them as they are biodegradable, but you are not restricted to just their bags, which is nice. While we're on the subject of waste bags, I found that it is better to wrap the rolled up bag around the back of the waste bin instead of using the back clips. This will prevent practically any stray litter from getting around the bag. You'll still use the front clips for the bag. One thing to note if you do this is that sometimes I have noticed slight holes in the bag from where the bag gets pinched when closed. The holes have not caused me any issues as I just throw it into the trash. Also, I believe that the holes happen because the Litter Robot bags are a bit on the thin side, being biodegradable. I imagine if you're using a trash bag, for example, the holes probably wouldn't even happen. Another tip is that you can buy your own carbon filters and cut them down to size if you don't want to use the ones from Litter Robot. I'll have a link in the description below for some that a few people have recommended. I personally use the ones from Litter Robot, but if you are using the ones I linked below, or different ones, I would love to know about which ones you are using as well as your experience with them. My fourth tip is to make sure you're keeping your Litter Robot filled with clean litter. I find with the way my cat goes, if the litter is too low, it ends up getting stuck to the liner and sticking a bit. That sticking then causes the clumps to hang until being almost vertical, and then falling and hitting the side of the globe, which actually causes the mess that I have. If I make sure to fill it up every couple of days, the sticking happens a lot less. Another tip is to pick up some kind of pouring container for your litter. I buy my litter in bulk and they usually come in large boxes. The boxes pour fine the first couple of times, but once they get about halfway empty, they start becoming annoying when trying to pour them out into the Litter Robot 3. Instead, I picked up a dog food container that has a pouring spout that allows for me to easily pour the litter into the Litter Robot without any real hassle. I'll also have a link for the one I picked out in the description below. And my final tip is that if you haven't already bought a Litter Robot 3 and are considering one, to make sure to use the link in the description below to save $25 off the purchase of a new one. It will save you money on your purchase and helps out the channel without any cost to you. Also, Autopets does sell the Litter Robot 3 refurbished with the same 18-month warranty at a reduced price. You can find them on their website from time to time, but keep in mind it can take up to several months for those to be replenished. But if you're willing to wait, you can save some money that way as well. After 2 years of having the Litter Robot 3 Connect, I feel it was a great purchase, and I would easily do it again knowing what I know now about my experience with it. It really is great not having to scoop my cat's litter box, while also knowing she will always have a clean litter box when she goes to use it. It's also really nice just having one less thing to worry about in my busy life, and having the added benefit of being notified when it's time to empty the litter robot. I also like that I am able to notice if my cat is using the litter box more or less based simply on the notifications I receive on my phone. While I did have some minor problems along the way, support was very helpful getting my issue resolved. I'd love to know if you already have a Litter Robot 3 and what you think of it, or if you are considering a litter robot and why, so let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up as it helps out the channel immensely. And if you aren't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and enable notifications to be one of the first to know when I release a new video. Thank you for watching.